Hi, it's Alaska Granny. Properly stored food should last for years, but storage conditions are rarely ideal. So you want to make sure that you're always inspecting your food storage. Food storage is something that comes in steps. We need to gather it, inspect it, rotate it, and resupply. There are some definite prepper pantry problems that I've encountered, and I thought if I share my problems with you, perhaps you can make sure that you don't encounter the same problems too. The first problem I have is there's so much food that I end up with foods becoming expired. A lot of foods, it doesn't matter if they become expired, they're still good for a while, but foods that are way expired can become rotten and no good. They're a waste of your food storage dollars, and they're taking up valuable space where you could be storing things that are useful. I have had peanut butter that actually was rancid. It got pushed in the back. It was several years old. I opened it up. It looked fine, but it smelled disgusting, so it was wasted. Luckily, it was only one small jar. I've also had some macaroni and cheese that got put back in an out-of-the-way cabinet. And the macaroni is always going to be okay, but several years expired macaroni and cheese, the little cheese packets are rotten. I've stored lots of canned fruits, and I have had cans that have exploded. One of the worst has been pineapple. It's exploded several times, as have things like peaches. You want to look carefully over your canned goods and make sure none of the cans are bulging. And I've actually had the pop tops blow out on some of my pineapple, and then it makes a huge mess in the cabinet. The fruits were never very expired. They were expired, but not very much, and so I was really surprised that they were not as long lasting as other canned foods, which have been very good. You need to be extra careful of your way outdated foods. Try to buy enough that you don't have so much you don't rotate it in the proper amount of time. Another problem I've had with my food storage is pantry bugs getting in cornmeal. Pantry bugs exist in all kinds of grains. So one of the things you can do is when you bring it home, stick it in the freezer for a few days, and that'll kill any weevils that are naturally living in the wheat products. If you live in a warm climate, one of the things you want to do before you even buy dried products is look over the packages in the store, because sometimes you can see that there is something in there already because it's been in the store too long. Look on the shelf, make sure there's no evidence of any infestation on the shelf. Look over the package and always check the sell-by freshness expiration date before you put anything in your cart and in your pantry. Water storage is also important. I've had disintegrating small water bottles, and if the bottle is disintegrating, it means the chemicals in the plastic container are likely being contaminated into the water. Don't buy foods you're not going to use. Don't buy so much that you can't rotate it. And especially be careful of mixed foods, things like salad dressings, mayonnaises, creamy sauces. They just don't last very long. Store as close to single ingredients long-term as you can. Vinegar, honey, sugar, oil, rather than combinations of those. Vinegar is going to last practically forever. Oil, maybe 2 years. So if you buy a salad dressing, it's not going to last as long as single ingredient items. When it comes to jars of food, whether it's home canned or from the store, you want to make sure that you keep that in a dark place. If the contents are exposed to light, they tend to discolor. Check to make sure the seals are still tight, there's no leakage, no foam, no bubbles inside your canned and jarred goods. Wipe your shelves down regularly to make sure that your food is clean and safe. The most important thing to remember with food storage is to gather it, inspect it, rotate it, and replace it. Gather enough so that you know your family will always have enough no matter what comes your way. Learn more at alaskagranny.com. Please subscribe to the Alaska Granny channel.